It starts to snow today. That's my son's Jeep. It's no wind, this goes, snowflakes go straight up, so the trees looks like it's getting a little bit white. But guess what? It's nice and warm and cozy inside of the house, and I want to stitch today a little bit with you tulips, because I did not stitch this canvas with you for a very long time. So why this frame upside down? I have idea why. First I want to show you how I organize my, I pull out from the paper palette and just put on this gorgeous acrylic palette. When you receive this kind of palette, usually clear sheet on the top of it, you have to peel it. And it's very pretty, It has 36 colors, obviously. In here I have only 22 colors for this cross stitch. Oh, the threads are so beautiful. Okay, so what I want to show you, this is how much I stitch. We tested out with you this part in here, and then I put away for a long time, and then I stitched this for the last week and a half, maybe, on and off, because I was stitching and a girl and other canvases. So this is so far what I stitch, and this is the bottom of the canvas, and most of this colors already gone. When I have them, okay, so let me now flip on the right side. Yeah, so wherever I stitch this, like a green, this dark, this brown, they do not repeat those colors in here, where is the part of the flowers itself. So I stitch lots, and now you see most of that, it's purple, blue and yellow color left in here on the bottom. So I want to stitch this part of the canvas basically. So I'm stitching right now, what's this, kind of like a coffee with milk kind of color, brown color, and that's the for the purple color. All this bright color, it's the yellow patches, and whatever it's going to be blue in here. So when I stitch this part, that's why I kind of in a hurry, plus I want to have this frame free for the other canvas. So when I stitch in here, I will wind this canvas more, because it's not holding properly. See how like it's not tight enough. So the edges in here tight because it's closed in here, but then it's loosen up, and you can see how the canvas slip away. See, it should be like right in here inside of this crack. Same thing in here, corners is holding it because of this bolts, but the middle is really floppy, it doesn't hold in there. See, like, so when I finish this piece, then I can rewind in here on the bottom. It will better tension in here. So that's why I go on the bottom of my canvas, and this is what I have so far. So I think I'm going to stitch with you right now this purple color, and hopefully maybe tonight, maybe, well, right now as I record this video, it's Sunday, January 22nd, so you will see this video on whatever next Sunday. I decided that I will create Sunday one more cross stitch video. It's not going to be dedicated for the certain canvas like we have with you on Wednesday. It's going to be different whips, showcase of some little bit of the progress, some stitch together, some news if I have. So we will kind of, I think it's kind of mids, you know, from Wednesday to Sunday. It's a good amount of days kind of to make this more evenly. Let me know if this is a bad idea. So on Sunday, if I have some extra diamond painting, I will upload, and I will upload like in a half hour between videos if I do have extra video on Sunday. If not, it's going to be our usual time, my 6 in the morning, my Canadian time in here. So let me set the camera and we will be stitching. Yeah, so this is the same canvas, like no brand name canvas like I did girl test. So it's not exactly as if you would be stitching original design. So this is obviously no brand, it's all copies, and they are all usually on 11 count. Some of those no brands on 14 count as well. I think most of them on 11, I believe. But it's still going to be okay. I might will be add some backstitch later to make them more better. I don't know. We'll see how they look like on the end. Maybe it's just going to be beautiful soft colors. By the way, I have this kind of design probably in 3 or 4 different sizes in diamond paintings too. Yeah, I love these tulips. Let's do it. Okay, let's try a little bit work together. Maybe we can zoom out a little bit more even. So I'm thinking to prepare for the next, like from Sunday to Sunday, to create this kind of videos. I might will do like stitch over like a whole week. So it could be a few different projects in 1 week that I will show you. Wednesday we don't touch Wednesday. Wednesday it's the European town. We're still going to do a strong. But I'm talking about Sunday. So right now, okay, so why is it? Because I don't use any light right now. All this light I have from my window. It's nice and bright for you. Not as much from me in here, but that's okay. So I will stitch this a little bit, then I will finish this color and maybe show you a little bit of the progress. Oh, plus I stitched a little bit yesterday the bumblebee. Why I keep calling her bumblebee? The ladybug. So I'm stitching grass on the bottom of the ladybug. So I put just a few stitches, not much, because I was stitching the girl for 2 days, many hours. Okay, I'm having a trouble sometimes to find a hole. Even it's 11 count either, but when you have this kind of like a, you know, checkerboard in here, sometimes it's hard to find a proper holes, because like over the stitches, kind of like the first stitch is taking more space, and the other ones, second ones, kind of create like it's not enough room for them. So sometimes it's need to be like a force a little bit to get, plus my needle not sharp, so it's getting a little bit I would say like a medium sharpness. The one I stitch my European town is like totally flat needle. This one have a little point. So yes, definitely I would love to stitch this bottom of the canvas as soon as possible, because it's kind of annoys me that it's tension very loose right now, because it's not enough fabric to catch. Some people, if you don't have enough fabric to begin, not like on the beginning of your stitching, if you stitching like from the top or from the bottom, some people stitch like any piece of fabric to the edge of your canvas and then you roll it into the frame. That works well as well and looks good. It's just like I don't want extra work to do. You can use sewing machine or even by the hand just to stitch different fabric on the edge. That will create extra field to roll in a frame or whatever you have. yeah, I still kind of, you know, not very impressed of this kind of cross stitch, but after all, it's still going to look good, but not as good if you are a picky person and you like to be like perfect, everything is visible and highlights and shady area, and like backstitch do a lot to every stitch. If this tulips would be by Joy Sunday, let's say, it would be so much nicer. And I believe original design backing for the tulips, even the bottom in here, I think it's a half stitches, not full stitching. So the tulips top, for sure, I think half stitches. But usually all this 11 count Ada of no brands, they have only full stitches, no other stitching added in here. They just do like cheap version of the original cross stitch. They make them cheaper, but they look cheaper, not as I would love this to be. You know what's interesting, that 11 count Ada cross stitch, no, it's not what I wanted to say. If you see at the store a counted or printed canvas, counted cross stitch, I believe in a store is more expensive than printed, which I don't understand why, because you already spending time on painting canvas, you're using an extra paint, except you know, counted is just put fabric and that's it. But for some reason printed canvas more cheaper than counted. I think that's what it is, if I don't mistake, because I was always kind of like surprised why. Or from 11 to 14, let's say 14 cheaper, no, 14 more expensive than 11. But I always thought, okay, why? Because on 11 count you need more threads, and threads not supposed to be like very cheap. So I don't know, kind of interesting how each store can charge. Plus every store has a different price, so if you see some on my channel, I would just say, you know, always kind of look where you like better price. I think I throw away the original, or I do have original packaging, just to remind you where this canvas from. Oh, it's also Biggest Craft. See, we have a Biggest Craft on Wednesdays, and this one is a Biggest Craft too. Okay, can you just give me a sec? I run to the kitchen because my water about to boil. I need to make a tea. Whew, out of my breath. Make tea for my son, took downstairs. At the same time laundry was done, brought laundry upstairs. Oh, my kids getting a little bit cold, both of them. Catherine and Ivan getting sore throat a little bit. I better stay away from them, because if I catch it, that's gonna be like forever. I hope not. I have to stay away. But how can you stay away from kids? That's not possible. Yeah, I was surprised actually when I was doing this all this bottom part stitching, then I realized that they don't repeat colors on the top. Most of the top going to be just the pink shades, the pretty one. So I already finished lots of colors that it's not going to be stitched anymore. That's wonderful. I eliminated colors. It's nice going to be like the bigger patches to do. Here's the, it's kind of like a, almost like a checkerboard, little pushy. This part in here was so nice to do. It's a big patch of same colors. This frame, if somebody just new on my channel, it's from Michael's. Not very cheap stuff at Michael's, but if you can use some kind of coupon, they always can give you 40, or what is it, 40% or 25% even. Any discount, better than nothing. I was in my room before I start record this video. I was in my craft room organizing. So much stuff up there still, because when you know, when my son moved to army, to the base, and he's supposed to be there, so obviously I took over his bedroom from my craft room. Then Catherine started to clean up her room, so whatever they donated, they keep putting in my room as like a storage thing, so I can go through and see what to throw away, what to donate, and stuff like that. So it's like chaos up there. And then after surgery, there was emergency surgery for my son, and now he's home, and all my stuff was, now it's kind of like it's more stuff in my room, because we needed to give him back space, but now he has a bigger room, the whole thing downstairs instead of just a regular bedroom. So it was lots of moving back and forth. That's why I can't reorganize my room properly yet, because I have so many boxes in that room. I thought at least he can keep in his room some stuff, like for example some books and movies, DVDs. He decided he don't want any of that to even stay in his room, so he brought huge box into my craft room. So now I have to figure out what to do with all those DVDs. I don't want to throw them away, it's so much memory. It's a tons of DVDs we have, you know, with little kids, all those fun movies. It's a beautiful collections I have up there. I just have to find some kind of solution, shelving somewhere to keep them stored. For now, just big box in the middle of my craft room. So I went to organize my diamond painting, clean up a little bit my bigger table that I want to do. It's going to be probably my resin work up there, because I want to do resin. It's just a not ready space for it, because I don't want to spill resin on any of my diamond painting, because it's a lower. Okay. See, sometimes it's hard to find a hole. And very often kind of, I don't know, get like a thread split, because make it look not nice if it's split. kind of nice in here, like a blue and cream. This patch, it looks nice from far away, as all of this big canvases of 11 count. You know, in 14 count they would have probably more details visibility. 11, that's what it is. But I have few of this canvases, no brand, that I started as a whips and I did not finish one yet. So I really need to finish at least one to see actual. Maybe I will change my mind. Still I think it's not very good quality canvases. Like, not quality canvases, not quality designers put colors into, I don't know, just not enough. Maybe. You know what, let me check something, because this design, I believe I have this design in my saga. I want to see how many colors I have in my saga. Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me just, I'm just going to swipe it. Tulips, where are they? Give me a second. I want to see if it's more colors in a design that I have. I'm pretty sure I have these tulips, unless I delete them. No, I have. See, here is the canvas in here. So if I open and I will look in here on colors. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, in here 50 colors. You see that? That's what I'm talking about. If I would stitch this design on counted cross stitch, I would use 50 colors. So 22 in here, nearly not enough. And that's what I'm saying. This no brand canvases, they making them like it's a beautiful threads and everything, but not enough colors. That's what I always say. Yeah, the girl that I'm stitching. Okay, hold on, I cannot see nothing. Let me come back to you in a sec. What's that? Bring it here, bring it here. Come on, Daisy, what you got? Oh my goodness! She dragged it to her bed. Is she gonna try to jump on the sofa to body? What you got, Daisy? Oh my god, look, Ivan, look, she's climbing actually. She can't even, oh. What you got? Oh my goodness, look at the huge bear. It doesn't even fit. Let me help you. Let me help you. Okay, come on, let's go. Daisy, let's go. Let's go. Look at the big bear. Oh, Ivan, she loves it. Look at this. Let me help you, Daisy. Hold on, I'm not taking away. Here. Oh, oh, that's a scarf. That's not the bear scarf. That's my scarf. Okay, now you can play with bear. Okay, hold on. Oh, Daisy, go get a bear. Go get a bear. All right. Hello again. It is, let's see, 26. I don't even know what day that is. Just a minute. It's Thursday. 26, Thursday, 5:27 p.m. All right, so as I promised you before, I will be working on this video through the week, and that's going to be our Sundays. Did I say Sundays? Yes, I think Sundays videos. So after my tulips, I was working on this particular design. Last time when you saw this design, I was working only on the face, and whatever thread was kind of going a little bit, I went to her hair, but not much. So I can show you right now the difference what I have. and I will show you from the back. This way you will see kind of better at first how much I stitch. So last time when I stitched, it was like a skin, just her face, not even those dark colors. I didn't even have any contour yet. So, and just a few stitches I have like around. So now you can see I already almost finished. It's not exactly 100%, but it's almost looks like finished 1 year, right? I started the other one, which is hoop more close on this side, so I started in here, and I did park few threads because go like right into the hoop, so I couldn't reach it. But I just wanted to show you in here how this looks like on the back right now, so you can see how much progress I created this week. And now if I can turn this way, here is what we have so far. It's still, every time I look on this design, it kind of bothering me, this patch of pink in here. But when I put at least like 2-3 meters away from me, it looks really nice actually. But I still did not change my mind that this is poor quality design. It looks good actually, and this one is not bad yet. But I wish it would have more colors in here. That would be more details, because if I can probably repeat myself, if this would be on 14 count Ada, it would probably look much better. On 11 count, definitely less details you will see, because the squares are bigger and colors, not too many of them in here, which is 35 colors in here. So that's what I'm stitching right now. You can see I have in here so far parked. This one I was doing so one more parked in here because I going kind of to the neck area, and those colors still continue. So one park in here, and I have 2 threads parked on the edge of the ear because I can't reach it. This little tiny tip in here that I have few stitches of the same colors that I need, and I can't reach it. So I just park, kind of put on the side of this hoop like this, and kind of pin it up there. So I'm not sure if I should stitch with you this design a little bit or not, but I just wanted to mention few things that was brought to me in the comments area. I would say after my first video that her face looks so much darker than on this design. First of all, this is print always will be look different because ink, different printer, different brightness of the design, it's not going to be always the same. But yes, I agree that it looks darker because we can see the colors underneath yet. Like for example, this patch is like a nice gray color, but there is a patch of red symbols underneath, same like in here. So when canvas will washed nicely with water and all the ink will be gone, her face will be look much more brighter. And now for the first time I actually watching together with you my camera keep catching a face, because I guess my camera set up and catching a face for the pictures whatever. It's showing me a squared face in here, and it's bugging me because it's kind of like a square showing me here, and like, oh, now it's moving as soon as I put my hand in here. This little hair piece that she has, like, on the picture, if I can zoom back a little bit just to show you, there's kind of like a more sparkles up there, looks like a gems. It's nice and pretty. In here, kind of dark, looks like some kind of petals. Don't understand what exactly that is. when I'm looking from far away, I even can see her lashes a little bit, especially on this eye. Kind of see them a little bit. Somebody say if I should add some backstitch. I'm afraid to ruin it. I might will try on the very end after I wash the design and see if I can add something, but I hope it will be look not bad after washed. I like to work with the threads that I have. I kind of, I show you already how I did. I braided them all together. Very nice and soft. Love to work. I do not wax my threads for this design. So right now when I'm looking from the camera view, if I can just kind of fold a little bit, maybe I kind of see a little bit, how can I do this, that the little like a fluff of the fur on the ear. I kind of see this little like a light color in here. I like actually hair in here, but it's not finished in here. I still have lots in here non-finished, and obviously you can see green in here. That's not finished colors yet, but if we can get a little bit more close, and if I can squeeze into the camera, hold on, not enough room in here. So yeah, look at this, like a starts kind of like from the middle almost of her forehead in here. Lots of there I need to do yet, but this year that I almost done is just like a few, oh, where's the camera, few in here, mostly like an outline, and so here and there, like the few symbols still left, but mostly it's done. And I was stitching right now last on this orange, this gray kind of color. That's all the orange, and there's lots up there in here. So that's the color of her hair. And I think after all she will be look good. So that's how much I stitched so far, and obviously tonight I still going to stitch more of this design. Maybe I'm trying to pick, because later kind of harder, singles. I still get like there's lots of singles symbols in here too, like for example in here a green plus symbol is in here inside, then I see one in here, so it's just two symbols in here. And I think same plus I saw somewhere just one of them somewhere in here, so it's like just a singles, but I still do them. If you don't like it, just check if it's something similar color to what you have already. Just stitch them and don't bother change threads, unless you want to. Yeah, so there's lots of singles in here, like one red circle in here, and then I don't know where else. There's just only one, I guess, close in here. The rest of I think I already stitched, and this is just like a one left because it was further away maybe, and I already cut the thread. So yeah, so stuff like that I still have to do it. So maybe on the end of this video I'm still going to show you how much I did more progress, but since I already have unroll in here, let me see if I can open, like keep my hoop place in here as it is, and maybe just like open and try to stitch, but I would have to hold in my hands maybe, and maybe we can stitch a little bit of in here design. That would be this side, kind of like a yellow, it's almost like glowing hair on the bottom. So wondering what kind of colors that would be. Pretty 30 and 24. Let's see what kind of color that would be, because in here is like a nice pink and yellow. So 24 is this beautiful light pink, and number 30 is just like a yellowish white color, like a yellowish. And 35 is white, so I don't see the glow is in here. See, like for example, it looks like yellow, right? But that's the only yellow we have in here. Yeah, maybe we'll be okay, maybe will be not enough glow. That's what I'm saying, need a little bit more colors. What I was thinking, looking on this design, and I thought, what if I copy this image from the website so I have a good quality picture, and I will try to play with this design in my digital program, cross-stitch program, and try to see if I can add more colors. Would that be better or not? Like for example, here is 35 colors. What if I double and make a 70, or yeah, you know, or even like 50 or 60 colors, if this would be better or not. Yeah, so I'm just thinking about that. And now let me show you one more surprise that I started. Sorry if this is not very bright video because it is late already, so my I have to put something in the center to keep a focus because of the late in the day, and I have to keep my lights on. So the design, this design, I thought I will do a separate video on this, but you know what, there's no reason to do separate video. Let me just do this video together with this one. Yes, it's going to be a longer video, more like chit chat video, explanation and stuff. I still wish this page wouldn't be like this, crinkle up and broken, but what you gonna do, it's okay. So I told you that I would do a test. Design is gorgeous, yes it is, can't say nothing about this. It is beautiful, looks so glowy, right? Those purples and glowy yellow looks so good when they color mix, and looks kind of like an orange fire, like an amber. Looks awesome, right? So I thought, let me test, put few stitches and show you how this look like. And let me pause video because my husband just arrived home. I will get back to you. So now I got distracted. I don't know when and what I was talking about in my last few minutes, but I waited quiet time. I went and have some chili with bread. Yeah, Catherine decided she wants chili, so she ordered chili today. Alright, it's good to have sometimes that comfort food in the winter, right? Alright, so let's go back to this design. Actually, this design, I believe from FANSELLS. Oh no, this not diamond painting, sorry. Cross stitch is from GBFKE. Alright, so it's the girl from FANSELLS. Now I started from this corner in here, because first of all I told you that I will test. This is 18 count Ada, and many people like to stitch with 1 thread, 2 thread, some even stitch in 3, some people stitch 1 of the 10th. So it's kind of like, you know, your preference, what is better for you. And this is kind of like a nice and pretty colors in here. It's the purple tree. Okay, let me bring the camera to me so we can have better. You see, it's a nice and purple colors up there, tree or some kind of like a bridge. Kind of hard to tell what is going on up there right now. But I started from this boring piece in here, and I did test. So let me show you. This video going to be about many different things. In here we have, just a reminder, only 30 colors in here. I to say whoever designed this, not very professional, I would say, designer. I would question, because there's many things I don't like in here. Some stitches probably not gonna make any sense for you, but the most that it's bother me, and I told you in my first video, threads are gorgeous, but it's the symbols, very difficult, and canvas are so tiny that I think I'm going to be blind till the time I finish this. Now, first of all, what else is missing in here? They don't overstitch edges, so it will be fray, you know, the threads will come out. I already cut some threads in here. You see, it's like it's keep fraying threads. Yeah, so you have to grab like a regular thread and just overstitch all the edges, or if you have a sewing machine, do that. Now, to start working on this, how much we can zoom out, what I did, like I showed you before, it was really sturdy design. I do have a needle in here, one on the other side, so I make sure I don't get my hands into needle. What I did, I roll it like this in a tube, and then I squished all the way around. I turn, I break that paint to make a canvas more softer. Okay, that's what I did, and now it's more flexible, not like a piece of wood in your hands, and its threads will go through the tiny holes much better. So what I did in here, I did a test with the 1 thread and 2 threads. Let me okay, about the design symbols, I will show you one more thing that I have a little bit of the problem in here. Now I did sample in here. First square is 2 threads. How close we can get. First square with the 2 threads, and you know what, probably going to be better if I hold camera in my hands, because it doesn't show very well. Just a minute. Okay, I will hold in my hands, but I hope it's going to be better and light will be better. Okay, so what we have in here, you can see the bottom is 2 threads, the top square is 1 thread, and they are pretty good. You would say the full stitches in here very snuggle, I would say, a little bit even pushy. In here, square with 1 thread. Hold on, I need to stabilize my hands in here and find the right color, I mean the light. In here, if I can get camera as close as possible, we can see that it's a little bit, you can see through, right? Let me, if I zoom, you can see the fabric kind of seeping through, and this one is really looking thick. So if I move like this way a little bit, let's see, sideways, you see how this one first square kind of sticking up like a more like 3D. Hold on, let me try to find a focus. Can I do that? Maybe not. Let's see. Let's see. Anyway, the first square is more like 3D, which will be more difficult to stitch if, for example, you stitch, I stitch in here 3 by 3 stitches, a square. So let's say between these 3 you have one that non-stitch and you have to put new color. It will be very difficult to squeeze in. even right now, if I can show you a little surprise in here that I did started, see, I actually created in here 2 colors so far, and it's a 2 colors or 3, no, 2 colors, and I have to say this is so hard to stitch, not just because this is 18 count Ada, it's because symbols are so similar, and in some, even I'm using my magnifier, this is my magnifier, right? I still struggle to find a hole to get with the needle through. It's like making me blind. I don't know how I'm going to stitch all this pink mess in here. So in here, if we look on a symbol wise, that's what I say, it's somebody who created this cross stitch, not exactly professional, because if person would be more professional, it would be more colors than 30. Definitely not enough colors in here will be. But I was stitching this symbol number 11, and my second symbol that I did, this one, 16. Now look on this 11 and 16. Those little tiny squares, they're very similar if they are stayed together, and I'm going to show you a little patch where they are. For example, okay, up there, can you see it? Hold on. The shadow. Let me try to find them. Everything is just like blend in. Okay, hold on, my friends. Let me try to get where to find the symbol exactly. Because some I already stitched. I still have in here, but let me try grab it. Okay, so in here, this purple, that's the 11, and this next to a 16. So you see a little bit better because you watching through the camera. It's very close, like it's very close position to see it. And why is the light not enough? My camera is making a shadow. But when I'm looking with my eyes, this, the only thing I see that this is different symbol. It's not even the symbol I see this little hint of pink behind this symbol. That's the only way I can recognize that this is different symbol. It is not possible to see. If I can take this camera to my level of my eyes, hold on, like right now, it's when my eyes, can you see it? There's not much you can see. Oh my god. So at this point, I don't know if this canvas would be better, if this would be counted cross stitch or not. And then we have these patches in here of reds. Yeah, and this one stripy red, that's the one actually I'm stitching it right now, because it was just like a few stitches here and there, and I just park in here. That will be my next kind of to stitch. But let's see more of this, all this pink, this symbols. There's a stripy, there is like a little arrow pointing to the right. What else up there? I can't even see. I need to look through the magnifier. This is so blended in here, and because the squares are so tiny, that symbol even tinier than square, because I have to fit on that particular square to print it. So I don't know, my friends. It will take me forever ever if I don't give up. I don't know. That's so far I stitch and I'm losing my mind. It is so hard to stitch. Plus This needle are very sharp needle, so when I try to get from underneath to find a hole, I cannot see the needle. Usually when the needle sharp side a little bit more thicker, you kind of like a pointed out behind and you can see needle where to stick it. This one I cannot see. I'm almost like, feels like I'm working blindfolded. So what I decided to stitch, I stitch in with one thread, because if I would stitch in two threads I would be in trouble. When I'm looking right now my stitches that I stitched already, they look pretty good in here, but also this purple color also have a purple background symbol, so that's even another little bit more difficult thing to do, because it's hard to see where is stitch, where is not. I thought they all like this, but no, I check some symbol, it's a different threads. Unfortunately for the first thread that they pick, beautiful purple color, there is a dark blue purplish color on as a symbol, so that was kind of like a difficult to do. But yeah, no, I decided to stitch in one, and I think I pick right decision. It's not going to be as bad because it's almost look perfect. Plus when you wash, the thread will probably fluffen up a little bit and kind of disguise a little bit more. So I purposely pick dark color to test on white canvas, so what we will see, that's what we will get right behind. Right now it's hard to say in here, but this was my choice to stitch in one. And this design that I'm stitching for Catherine, Heaven Earth design, I also stitch in one thread, and I still find that it's kind of like a push a little bit. I wanted to try in here as well, what if I would do like just a half stitches everything, but then still kind of, I will probably mistake many times because I'm so used to make a stitches in full cross stitch that I decided not to play with it. Okay, I hope you have fun for me to see with you this, but also let's check one more time what we have in here. Symbols like this trick kind of hard, I mean easy to understand, you know, blue square, here it is, blue line, and this dark kind of reddish lines up there. There's also orange. There's many lines in here. There's one more blue in here, but that one yellow background, so it's kind of like easy to see. Right now there's anything similar in here, let's see, triangles. Yeah, the 11 and 16 is really hard to see because they almost looks like same. Okay, L. Oh, look at this one, 18, 11 dark blue, 18 light blue. Let's see how easy to recognize them. Which one is it? 11. So 11, this is dark blue. Here they are. And where is 18? Next to it, this one? I don't know. I have to find out. Can see right now through the camera, maybe it's more visible for you. What else in here? This one going to be probably difficult as well, because here is the red, and then in here a red with yellow background. Now how good this background will be visible, because if in here we have a red, do we have a yellow background in this red, or this is just a yellow square next to it? See, this is going to be tricky to see. I don't know if this red same as this red, like on a blue in here. Wow, I think this designer's really screwed up on the symbols in here, especially this. It's just, I don't know, my pinky will close. That's how tiny the square is printed. It's not acceptable, because if you don't see something on a canvas, it would be good to look on a paper, but you cannot see nothing on a paper. because this square on the paper even smaller than in here. It should be bigger than printed canvas. So yeah, no, designers are bad on this one. Not good. Yeah. So what else symbols in here? Yellow arrow. The rest of maybe alright. Okay, kind of hard to see right now till you start stitch, and then you realize it's a complication. So what I'm stitching right now, yes, I'm trying to get like a little corner in here to see if this will be even look anything like this tree, right? So this tree will end up probably somewhere to this point, I think, looks like to me. Let's see if you agree if I would do this. Yeah, looks like this is the bush, because the windows is starting, and this is the first window, I believe, this one. So this is definitely the bush. So that's my test, this corner, to see if we will see this proper branches at least or not, if I should continue stitch or decided not to. Yeah, I will test this corner first, and by seeing already big patches of this blue color, and that is, what is this? Oh, that's the 18. Yeah, 18. Oh, okay, so that's the one that we were looking for, right? 18. Yeah, that's the symbol. Looks like that's a big patches in here of this 18. Where do you see these patches in here? I see lots of branches. I don't see big patches. So that's a little bit already question to me. We will have those branches of those trees, or this is going to be just a joke of the bush. I don't know, because I don't see particular like a lines of the branches, how they go. I see some like a miscellaneous stitches in here. So I will focus on this square for a couple, I don't know for how long it will take me to stitch. This is really difficult. And then I will come back to you and show you what is going on. So yes, another new start. Didn't plan, but I wanted to see. And I'm waiting 2 more of this kind of canvases with different designs. See if it's any better. But I believe they all in 30 colors. So we'll see. I think it's one of them I ordered. It's abstract. Alright, now I'm going to stitch a little bit and come back to you with some more progress. It is 27 now. January? Yes, January 27. I did some stitching a little bit in here, and I came to you. Well, doesn't look like anything stitched, right? Oh my goodness, I didn't stitch too much, but on this side you can see a little bit more. It's absolutely disaster looking on this side, but I continue to stitch in one thread, and I just want to show you a little bit what is going on. For example, in here, in this area right in here, you can see that this is very airy. Let me get my light kind of as close as possible to canvas, or we can zoom in to the canvas. You see it's yeah, thin, not very like close up, I would say. So if you want to stitch in 2 threads, you definitely can, you know. I will leave it this way because I think it's not bad when I'm looking at. When I have in here a little bit of like few stitches together, and I'm looking at this, I think look okay in one thread. A little confusing because those colors behind up there. To be honest, now what else I want to point it out about this design. If I didn't see this number in here, 18, I would have a hard time to understand what kind of symbol this is. You see? So now when I see 18 and I look in here, there is my 18. You see the blue symbol? And here it's like, wow, where is it? And then I started to stitch in here. You see this green background a little bit, so I decided I want to at least like give rid of some colors, at least from this two corner, like from this squares, so I can stitch actually this number 18 in here to see how this is going to look like, you know, one full square stitched. So that's why I started to stitch green, and to my surprise, OMG, this is two symbols of green. It's not just the one green. Like, look in here on this green, for example, scratch yellow, don't look on yellow, just look on this green. I thought that this is one symbol. To my surprise, when I look on my pattern in here, I see that this green, you see how green full square and green X. Yes, I can see this through the like a very magnifier, or right now through the camera lens. I can see that this is two symbol of green. Before I did not know that. I thought this is just the one patch of green. So now I'm just trying to, with this pretty color that I'm stitching right now, with the help with the help of this little tiny thing that I'm looking through the magnifier, I'm trying to find those symbols that is a full square of green. So now I have to stitch a couple more squares of this, the other green symbol, which is X, right in here, number 26. So that's the other problem. That's what I said. Somebody like designer so immature, like it's not good designer who designed this canvas. It's very basic, didn't even bother to create better symbols for people to see. And then I remember, and this is very important actually, so listen up. Somebody a few weeks ago tell me that I don't know actually how long ago, but somebody told me, oh, when I did the unboxing video, somebody pointed out that I have this barcode in here that I can scan, and then I can stretch it. So I did, and it's worked. I did on my, let me zoom out back a little bit. I did on my iPad. Hold on. Okay, and I take it to my photos. I save to my photos right now. Come on. So as you can see, okay, I need a, it's a light. Okay, so now with the, okay, my light, ignore the light. So now if I can stretch, come on, why? Okay, what's going on? Hold on. Why it's not stretching? Just a minute. Okay, I don't know what I was doing, but now I can stretch this as big as I want to, you know. So basically now I'm looking on this pattern and I'm thinking, should I just wash this canvas and do counted cross stitch? Would that be easier instead of trying to figure out which canvas is what? I mean the symbol. But the thing is, I don't know if this will be like, how can I mark it off? If I have in here, if we go to the top and I click on it, I think there's somewhere I saw that I can mark it up. I don't know if that's going to work or not. I still kind of need, but what I was trying to see if I can to create this kind of like as a PDF file, and maybe try to convert into the SXD file to get to my saga. That way I would do as accounted cross stitch on my cross stitch saga. But you know what, I just recharged my older cell phone, so let's see if we can do together. So my son helped me actually to do that. He said go to camera, so let's go to to camera, and I will try to scan it together with you. I don't know if that's if this will work so far. Okay, hold on. Okay, how did he do it? Okay, hold on. I don't know. Let's try one more time. Do I have to click on something, or I just have to wait? How did I do it? Okay, hold on. You have to scan this, and do I have to click this yellow button maybe? So I have in here share, copy, add to reading list, open in Safari. So if I share, where would I go? Okay, I don't see nothing. How about to my notes? Save. I'm trying to get to, I don't know how to convert this into the okay, hold on. Just a minute, my friends. I don't know what happened in here. He did it. Why I cannot do it? He helped me to do this with the, okay, let's do again. He's showing this, you see this, like, oh, dogs start to bark next door. That's just beautiful. Go. Okay, for some reason doesn't work on my something I'm doing. No, it looks like it's loading in here. You see that? So maybe just need to wait, and it should be there. So if I go to my picture, would be there or not? Let me just double check. Recent? No, it's not. Okay. I don't know how I did it, but anyway, see, like on my iPad it was easy. Maybe I'm not doing something right. I'm confused right now, but anyway, at least now if I have some confusion with the symbols same kind, I can go to my iPad and actually check it out. So that's what I wanted to give you update. I don't know, maybe because it's an older phone, or maybe my settings up there something close, but I just wanted to update you a little bit about this scan, that actually this paper can work with the help of this. Now if some of you know better, because I kind of never done before, have to save this, kind of I saw this when I was clicking with the image to save in PDF, and then I missed the point and I don't know where to find now. Have this PDF, if it's possible, to convert into SXD file. So I think I'm going to Google that now on my computer and see if I can figure out to how to get this to my saga. That's the thing that I wanted to update you a little bit, and that's it. So now I'm going to stitch at least a little bit more, and then I will finish this video together with you. It is Saturday 28 now morning, and here's what I figure out with this program. If I can go in here at the top, there's a pen button in here. I will show you this, and then I use this little the first one, tin pen. If I can click on it, oopsie, and I choose the very first one. Then you can choose your color. I choose red. And then of course in here, if you can click on these buttons, you can see settings. I choose drawing with fingers, pencil setting. I need to charge my pencil for this iPad, so I'm just going to use my drill pen that has this backing for the iPad Touch. So I use this one, draw with finger, and now what I can do, kind of at least somehow around, I can mark it up what I stitch. I'm trying to pick a boo here. Okay, just you can see the tin pen will make you nice and let's just kind of cover, or even like this, who cares if it's not perfect, right? Yeah, so kind of I can mark it up. It's not exactly perfect because I have a whole bunch of singles all over, but I did finish somehow this squares, so at least I can mark it up a little bit. It's not like cross stitch saga that you can do precise. This one, I don't know, I'm just happy to even have like this. So at this point, this is what I have right now. Let me take my iPad away from here and see if I have enough light. Get close to the window. There, this is what I have right now. Not sure, like it's hard to understand yet because it's a very little done. You know, I wanted to create at least to this part like this. It's just a very slow job this is, so I'm going to go slowly, but this is so far update to the end of the week what I have. I like those purples colors in here. So basically, if we look on a pattern in here, it's somewhere going to be like right in here on the very bottom. So not much you can see in here yet. I have to work hard to make some kind of progress to show you more. But this, oh, and I just see landed puppy here. Okay, yeah, this is how it looks like in one thread stitching. See, like the purple look much thicker. Black, no, this is not black, this is dark blue, thinner, and I feel like this white, whatever, not white, kind of cream color, it's very thin. So you can choose to do in 2 threads if you have a patience to do this on discount. But yeah, I don't like this skip fraying, so I do have to overstitch. Kind of lazy for now, and I'm getting sick. It's getting rough. Yes, my throat again. Catherine cough as well, so we both getting a little bit to the worst way. Yeah, so I think I will be finishing this here, and excuse me. So what I'm thinking, do you like this kind of format of the stitching or not? That you know, like Friday, Wednesday we have our regular stitching, and Sunday will be like some updates, some tips, some concerns, some what is good, what is bad, a few projects to create one video what I do through the week. If this is just cross stitch, or maybe even add something else if I do something else, you know, maybe even diamond paint, and if I did some update. so it's going to be like kind of like a mismatch, or maybe just a cross stitch. I don't know what to do, my friends. But I hope this video wasn't as boring for you. Hopefully you have some fun. Yeah, maybe you would like to stitch a little bit more together, more a little bit, but that's what we have Wednesday for. So yes, I would love to see if you even like this kind of video or not, and then we're gonna go from there. If most of you say that this video was like not interesting, then it would be like no reason for me to do, right? All right, I'm going today to the restaurant, meet up with Sherry and her family. Her son has a birthday, so we're gonna go to celebrate his birthday, and hopefully I can breathe by then. Right, my friends, it is still winter, still snow, cold outside, very, like last night even was rain, so it's pretty much icy. You can see the sidewalk is icy. Alright, so it's good to stay home and just to do craft. Have a good day, have a good weekend, Sunday, and please comment so I know what is going on with this video, and I will show you next time a little bit more progress, because I do stitch more after I finish my video, so we'll see some more progress. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow with something else.